So something about me is that I love to take my kids to the store and buy them things. I actually like buying them toys and arts and crafts stuff just because I love them when they have their imagination and being creative with what they buy. It really melts my heart, especially when I see the expression. I have a son who has autism, and when I see that he expressed what he wants, it actually really melts my heart so much because he's being very vocalized and he's able to communicate with me.
Hold that one. Wow.
Yeah, and then we're finished with the set. Guys, I finished the whole collection of King Godzilla X Kong New Empire.
Come on, let's go. Zach, come on.
You like my shirt?
Very
And
nice.
I got a
Come on, let's go.
So a while ago, I was kind of like looking for a mentor for the Etsy marketplace, and I decided to search for a mentor on YouTube. And guess what? I stumbled upon a person and her company, and of course, I decided to do a Zoom call with them. And I was actually very surprised of everything, the information and, all the lessons and the pricing. So let's get to the bottom of it. So for the information, I was surprised that they really wanted to know if I was doing this full-time, or a hobby. Of course, they don't want it if you're doing a hobby because they feel like you'll be just, wasting your time, or you won't have time to do their course and then you'll back out. So of course I told them that I wanted to do a hobby as a hobby because I'm actually a full-time worker and I have a life, right? So I was just like, I'm not ready to do it full time because I love my benefits and I love my career. And you know what? I work so hard to get into my career, so I'm not going to give that up. But I'm very passionate about this hobby of mine, and I put in a lot of work into this hobby, so I can definitely make this happen. So of course they went on to talking to me about the lessons, and when they kind of showed me the lessons, which are the modules, I was actually very surprised. I was surprised of the amount of lessons that they have for their clients, and I was just like, wow, 200 and something of lessons. That's very long, and to me that's very repetitive and looks kind of, I hate to say it, but boring, just because so the thing is that I'm used to doing these online courses because of course I went to grad school and we did a few online courses, but besides that I did take some courses for Shopify and other platforms before, so I understand how it all works. But I was just so surprised that it was over 200 plus lessons. Like, I have never seen so many lessons before for a course, basically. So I was kind of like, wondering how much is the price for this? So before they told me the price, they explained that, it comes with a 12-month coaching call with a coach one-on-one, but it's only once per month. And that kind of, that was more negative for me because I've seen other programs where you can always, call your coach or talk to your coach on a daily basis. And it's not a once a month kind of thing. So that was, a red flag for me. But the other red flag, like I mentioned, was the whole lesson thing. 200 plus lessons, that's a lot for someone that, has a busy life, especially for like if you're a mom, like how can you do that? But I was just like, everyone's different, so maybe others can. But what was very surprising to me was the price. So when they told me the price, I was in shock. So you're ready to know how much it costs? It costs a whopping $16,000 cash for this program. You can also do installment plan of twice a year. But who's going to do an installment plan of $8,000, right? And she's like, well, if I sub up now, I can, get a $3,000 discount for, and it'll make it $13,000. I'm like, still, that's $13,000. Where the heck am I going to get that much money, besides my savings to pay for a course especially for Etsy Marketplace. And yeah, I was just so shocked. Like, I don't understand. And then she was like, well, they do have other packages too, but then you won't get us, like the 12 months call thing with a coach. It will just be like half of that. I'm like, of course. And she was like, it's about I think it was 6,000 or 8,000. And I was just like, what? That's a lot of money. I'm actually very surprised. I'm so surprised of how much money they will charge people for these courses. I just don't understand it. And I understand that if you don't have the money, why are you even reaching out to them? So mind you, I've taken courses before, and I know how much they cost, and they don't cost that much. If they do, I better be a millionaire by the time I finish this course, right? And I was just so surprised because it just costs so much. Let me know how much you purchased a course for in the past, or if you ever purchased a course like recently, because I want to know. I want to know how much does these Etsy Marketplace courses cost, because I'm actually very surprised. And like I said, $16,000. Like, I just don't get it. Why would they charge people so much money just for an Etsy Marketplace course? Like, wow.